10 things that prove LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. With the surprising comeback of the Cleveland Cavaliers against the record-breaking Golden State Warriors, there's no question that LeBron James is going to be compared again with GOAT, his airness, Michael Jordan. With the accomplishments LeBron James has achieved all these years, many people argue that he is now the greatest NBA player of all time. If you still believe that MJ is still the greatest, here are the 10 things that prove LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. He's a freak of nature. Standing at 6'8" and a wingspan of 7 feet, he's incredibly fast and can score at will. If you don't believe this, you should watch their games in the last NBA Finals, especially the ones where they had to win 3 times in a row against the Golden State Warriors. He's athletic enough to defend at a superstar level, and for many years of his career, he hasn't had any major injuries. He's got better achievements. LeBron just hit 31 this year. He and MJ have 3 championship rings at this age. What makes the comparison interesting is that, at the age of 31, he's got 1 more regular season MVP and twice more NBA Finals appearances than MJ. He's a better player in his early years. LeBron James and Michael Jordan both won the Rookie of the Year award in their first year in the NBA. Both have lost in the playoffs in their first 3 years, but LeBron led his team to the NBA Finals in his 4th year. In MJ's 4th, he lost his first ever semis appearance with 20-plus scoring teammates. LeBron didn't have any. He can guard all positions. For coaches, LeBron is a great player to have since he can play all roles on the floor. You can put him in a point guard position because of his passing abilities. He can play the 2-guard position for his scoring feats. He can be a great power forward and a decent center in a small ball lineup. MJ, on the other hand, can't do these things because of his physical limitations. He can score at will. Great NBA players have one thing in common: they can score at will. However, there is no wonder that LeBron James is the greatest when it comes to passing through tough defense and scoring at will. In fact, he's the youngest player in the NBA who reached 20,000 points, the youngest to have a triple-double in a game, and the youngest to have a triple-double in a playoff series. LeBron had better competition. It's true that Michael Jordan was a great basketball player, but in his prime years, there isn't a lot of competition aside from the bad boy Pistons. When he left the Bulls after winning 3 championships, his team still made it in the playoffs with the help of Scottie Pippen. When he came back, he got Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, and even Steve Kerr. LeBron, however, had to face the Spurs, a championship-caliber team, the big 3 of the Boston Celtics, Durant, and Westbrook duo of the OKC, and recently the Golden State Warriors. MJ played in a big men era. Most of the time, MJ can pretty much score if he's playing one-on-one on the floor. Since zone defense wasn't a thing back then, it was easier to score if you push it under the hoop. That's if you have the skill, by the way. With all-star players coming from all kinds of positions, it's harder to play with isolation offense. What makes it even harder is that help from the zone is not illegal anymore. MJ had great teammates. This list already mentioned that Michael Jordan's team still made it to the playoffs without him. LeBron's team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, went from being one of the best to the worst teams in the league when he left the Miami Heat. When he came back, it was a clear sign of LeBron's contribution to the team in getting wins. He's a better defender. Since LeBron can play 5 positions on the floor, he can certainly defend those positions as well. Stats-wise, he's the number 24 all-time steals leader and 137 all-time blocks leader in the league. As a prolific defender, he can chase down drives at ease and make post-ups much more challenging for big men. A better overall player. It's true that MJ's scoring stats are better. This is because he shot more than LeBron in a single game. However, the story changes when it comes to scoring efficiency and having a better team contribution in points, rebounds, and assists in a game. LeBron's EFG, effective field goal percentage, in his first 10 years in the league, maxes out at 60.3% compared to MJ's 54.7%. Throughout MJ's career, he led his team in points, rebounds, and assists 43 times. Double this number and counting, you get LeBron's number in team contribution. Are you still a LeBron hater? Let us know in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more interesting facts in the league.